predator walks. Marc Marquez turned Spielberg into his killing floor. The Red Bull Ring is no playground. It's a battlefield carved into the Austrian mountains, a strip of tarmac where only power, braking, and balls count. It doesn't forgive. It doesn't flatter. It exposes. And on this Saturday in the sprint, it ripped open the soft belly of MotoGP and showed us the difference between a king who knows when to strike and a pretender still searching for his teeth. Marc Marquez didn't just win here. He executed. He revealed a new philosophy, one that's turning him from a wild animal into a patient hunter. Wait, watch, attack. And when the blade comes down, there's no second chance. Pecco Bagnaia, meanwhile, suffered the opposite fate. The bad luck that's been haunting him like a curse showed up again in Spielberg, and this time it dragged him into the mud in front of the whole paddock. The contrast couldn't have been sharper. Marquez walking like there's no tomorrow, Pecco drifting into nowhere, his talent suddenly looking fragile under the lights of raw truth. Let's cut the niceties. This wasn't just another sprint. This was a psychological massacre. The start, when the script flips. Marco Bezzecchi rolled up to pole with a glimmer of hope, the Aprilia looking sharper than it had in months. Alex Marquez, lined alongside, smelled blood. Pecco, the man who's made Austria his fortress for 5 years, sat on the front row like a general ready for another parade lap. And then it all burned in 2 seconds. Pecco's Ducati lit the rear like a dragster losing traction. Wheel spin, violent, ugly, unfixable. 14th place before turn 1. From champion to casualty in the blink of an eye. That's not bad luck. That's a curse. The GP25 didn't launch. It embarrassed him. And once you're buried at the Red Bull Ring, your day is cooked. While Pecco sank, Marc Marquez moved like water. Fourth on the grid, he slid into position with no panic, no chaos. At turn 2, he ghosted past Bezzecchi with surgical precision, locking himself behind Alex. The old Marc would have lunged right there, elbows out, risking carnage. The new Marc? He waited. He studied. He turned his brother into a lab rat, dissecting every line, every brake marker, every twitch of tire wear. That patience is terrifying. Because if Marquez still has the killer instinct but now adds strategy to it, the rest of MotoGP is screwed. The wait and attack doctrine. For 10 laps, the two Marquez brothers ran nose to tail. Alex led, proud, riding like a man with something to prove. But here's the truth. Alex was never in control. He was the bait. Marc was the fisherman, hand on the reel, waiting for the right second to yank. 5 laps from the flag, the Predator struck. Turn 3. Brutal braking zone. Marc dove inside with the elegance of a guillotine. No rub, no scrap, no chance for Alex to counter. That wasn't racing. That was execution. The moment Marc passed, the air changed. He pulled away instantly. Left Alex with nothing but exhaust fumes, and the sprint was finished. This is his weapon now. Not just speed, not just aggression, but control. He's turned his career into a 3-act play. Act 1 was chaos, instinct, raw destruction. Act 2 was survival, broken bones, and pain. Act 3 is here. Wait, calculate, kill. Marc Marquez is no longer just the fastest. He's the most dangerous thinker in the paddock. Hack the casualty. Pecco Bagnaia's crumbling aura. Here's the thing about Pecco. He's built his reputation on being the master of stability, the professor of rhythm, smooth, efficient, ice cold. But when the bike doesn't give him that base, he unravels. And in Spielberg, he came apart like cheap fabric. From the moment his rear spun off the line, you could see the panic. Overtakes on Miller and a couple of stragglers, sure, but the Ducati wasn't talking back to him. The drift, the squirm, the lack of bite on corner exit. It was ugly. Worse, it was familiar. This wasn't a one-off. This was the same ghost that's haunted him all season. Eventually, the inevitable came. He rolled into pit lane, helmet down, sprint abandoned. Retirement. At his fortress, at his golden track. That's not just a DNF, that's humiliation. That's a crack in the armor that won't heal overnight. What do we expect tomorrow? Honestly, nothing certain. If Ducati fixes the bike, maybe Pecco claws back a podium, but the psychological damage is deep. The King of Austria just got dethroned in front of his own army. You don't bounce back from that in 24 hours without scars. The pretenders, Bezzecchi, Alex, and Acosta. Marco Bezzecchi had pole, the clearest shot he's had all year, to prove he belongs among the killers. And what did he do with it? Fumbled, dropped, lost a podium to a rookie. That's not enough. Aprilia gave him the keys to a factory seat, and weekends like this show why nobody fears him. Pole means nothing if you can't convert. The OGs don't care about qualifying. Marc proved that again. Alex Marquez? Credit where it's due. He led, he fought, he banked second. But here's the question. Can he ever shake being Marc's brother? Days like this, when he's outclassed by the family name, only reinforce the shadow he lives under. He's good, really good, but when Marc decides it's time, Alex vanishes. And that's the brutal truth. Pedro Acosta? Different story. The kid is a problem. 17 months into his MotoGP career, and he's already bullying factory Aprilias and snatching podiums at KTM's home track. Fearless, ruthless, shameless. He doesn't respect hierarchy. That lunge for third wasn't just a move. It was a declaration. He's coming, and the veterans know it. The bigger picture. Marquez's warpath. Let's not pretend. This season has tilted into one man's orbit. 6 straight sprint wins. Ducati red dripping off him like war paint. And now, the possibility that he could wrap the whole damn championship by San Marino. In Rossi's backyard. Imagine that. The ultimate revenge script. Marquez has weaponized patience. He's added layers to his brutality. He's making experienced champions look brittle, rookies look green, and former golden boys like Bezzecchi look irrelevant. This isn't just domination, it's organized destruction. And tomorrow? If he plays the same wait and attack game, the Red Bull Ring Grand Prix is his to take. The only thing standing in the way is history. He's never won a premier class race here. But with today's sprint, he's already broken that hoodoo. Now, the main course is on the plate. The wounded dog. What do we expect from Pecco tomorrow? The ugly answer? Nothing certain. His fortress collapsed. His trust in the GP25 looks shaken. Ducati has 24 hours to solve a riddle they should have cracked months ago. If they give him a stable base, he's a podium threat. If not, he's in survival mode. And survival doesn't win you championships, not when Marc is in this kind of form. The scarier part is psychological. Bagnaia thrives on control. When he loses it, he doesn't fight through the chaos. He gets lost in it. Marc thrives in chaos. That's why one is walking tall tonight and the other is hiding in the garage. Final word. The Red Bull Ring Sprint wasn't just a 14-lap dash. It was a dissection. Marc Marquez proved he's reinvented himself into the ultimate predator. Patient, ruthless, inevitable. Pecco Bagnaia showed cracks that can't be patched overnight. Bezzecchi exposed himself as inconsistent. Alex confirmed he's a contender but not yet a king. Acosta announced he's not here to learn, he's here to take. But above all, it was Marquez's stage. He didn't just win. He controlled. He manipulated. He waited. And when the kill came, it was swift, final, merciless. This is the Marc Marquez era all over again, only sharper, colder, and deadlier. And if tomorrow unfolds the same way, the championship might as well be over by San Marino. In Rossi's backyard, where the doctor once ruled, where the new OG might slam the door shut for good.